Nobody on the scorching desert airbase expected a routine morning to turn into a moment that would shake the entire unit. She was just loading ammunition into the Apache. Calm, focused, and unnoticed, until her flight suit shifted, revealing a tattoo the military had buried under layers of classified files. A tattoo only a handful of high-ranking officers had ever seen, and one that should never appear on someone under the rank of a decorated war hero. When the pilot recognized it, his heart stopped, because the symbol wasn't just forbidden. It belonged to a legend the world thought was long gone. The desert sun hit the Apache's metallic skin, turning the tarmac into a simmering sheet of heat. Mechanics moved with routine precision, pilots ran checks, and commanders shouted orders. It was just another day, until she stepped onto the flight line. Ava Raines, 28, wasn't famous, wasn't high-ranking, and certainly wasn't someone pilots usually noticed. Quiet, disciplined, and unbelievably skilled with weapon systems, she worked like a shadow, unseen, unbothered, unpraised. Yet anyone who slowed down long enough to really look at her could feel something different in her presence. Calm, but unbreakable. Gentle, but forged from steel. This morning, she was loading the Apache's 13mm chain gun. Her movements were smooth, almost artistic, each shell clicking into place like she'd done it 1,000 times. She brushed her hair back, her flight suit shifting slightly as she leaned forward. That's when it happened. A beam of sunlight lit up the geometric tattoo on her ribcage. Sharp lines, intersecting angles, forming a symbol almost no one was cleared to recognize. No one except Captain Ryan Hale. Ryan, clipboard in hand, was walking toward her, ready to run a pre-flight briefing. He caught the glimpse of the tattoo. Just a second. Just a glimpse. But it felt like a punch to the chest. His breath caught. His steps halted. His hand trembled around the clipboard. Because that symbol, that impossible, forbidden symbol, it belonged to the Phantom Unit, a covert special operations group so deadly and so classified that even speaking its name was a career-ending offense. Officially, they didn't exist. Unofficially, they were the ghosts who ended wars before they started. Ryan had only seen that tattoo once, on the ribs of the legendary operative known as Spectre, a soldier who vanished a decade earlier after saving an entire battalion at the cost of her own identity. A soldier the military believed had died. A soldier who, according to records, had no living family. So why was it inked on the body of a young, quiet ammo tech? He approached carefully. Ava, where did you get that tattoo? She froze. Her shoulders tightened, and for the first time her eyes reflected fear. Real fear, not of him, but of the truth she had spent years burying. Oh, I can't talk about it, she whispered. Ryan stepped closer. That symbol is classified at the highest level. Only Phantom Unit operatives wore it. Silence. The wind shifted, blowing sand across the tarmac. Ava finally exhaled. What if I told you? Spectre wasn't the only one who survived that mission. Ryan's heart thundered in his chest. What do you mean? She looked him straight in the eye. I'm her daughter. The pilot felt the world tilt, shock, disbelief, and awe hitting him all at once. The daughter of Spectre. The legendary, invisible hero who saved lives commanders still whispered about in closed-door briefings. Ava looked away, tightening her flight suit around the exposed tear. My mother disappeared to protect me. The Phantom Unit wanted me hidden. They branded us with identical tattoos when I was 13, a mark of our bloodline. A curse more than an honor. Her voice trembled, but her eyes remained steady, like someone who had carried truth alone for too long. Ryan swallowed hard. But why would you join the army? Why risk being recognized? A small, sad smile curved her lips. Because hiding didn't stop the nightmares, and running didn't bring her back. I thought if I served, even in the shadows, I'd honor her memory. I just didn't expect the past to catch up with me. Ryan felt a weight settle on his chest. Not of fear, but of respect. Deep, profound respect. Before he could respond, an alarm blared across the airbase. Commanders shouted. Mechanics scrambled. Over the radio, panic crackled. Unidentified drones approaching from the east! All crews to battle positions. Ava didn't hesitate. Her fear melted away, replaced by the focused intensity of someone born for this exact moment. She slammed the ammo belt into the Apache, locked the chamber, and stepped back. Ryan stared. This wasn't the shy technician he'd known. This was something else, something inherited. You're coming with me, he said, pointing at the cockpit. Ava blinked. I'm not cleared to fly. You think clearing matters now. You're the daughter of Spectre. And right now, we need Spectre's blood in the sky. She hesitated only a moment. Then she climbed in. As the Apache's rotors roared to life, the desert shook beneath them. Dust spiraled upward like a storm rising from the earth. Ryan looked at her across the cockpit. Whatever happens up there, I trust you. Ava's jaw tightened. For my mother, for everyone she saved, I won't let anything get through. The helicopter lifted, slicing into the sky as the base below erupted in controlled chaos. The horizon filled with dark specks, drones closing fast. Ava's fingers danced across weapon controls with natural precision, as if she'd been born in a cockpit. Ryan watched her, stunned. Where did you learn to do that? She didn't look away from the target. My mother taught me everything. Even after she vanished, her lessons never did. The first drone locked onto them. Ava inhaled sharply and fired. The sky exploded in brilliant flame. One drone down, then another, then a third. Ryan could only stare. She wasn't just Spectre's daughter. She was her legacy. As the last drone fell burning into the desert, Ryan finally spoke, quiet, almost reverent. Ava, the world needs to know who you are. She shook her head softly. No, the world just needs to be safe. That's enough. The Apache circled back toward the base, smoke drifting on the horizon behind them. And for the first time in years, Ava felt something she thought she'd never feel again. Sometimes the greatest heroes are the ones who never get recognized. Sometimes legacies aren't medals, their courage passed through blood. And sometimes, the quietest person on the base carries the loudest story. Ava didn't fight for glory. She fought for the memory of the woman who raised her. And for the world her mother died protecting.